This lesson is brought to you by Michael Blair Virtual School and the Lanjago Kali Foundation, headed by His Royal Highness now Professor Lanjago Kali II. Hello viewers, welcome to the Michael Blair Virtual School. I am Michael Blair Tasiame, a 15-year-old student pursuing bachelor degree in mathematics and ICT. I had the privilege to complete junior high school education at age 9 and thereafter represented the Fafara Community Day Senior High School at the National Science and Maths Quiz Competition at age 11. My background, experience and competencies give me the privilege to teach you mathematics the way you love it and excel in your mathematics examinations. Come on board, let's learn together. In this lesson, we are going to look at one of the important lessons in Mathematics Basic 7 as far as the Common Core curriculum is concerned. That is B7.1.1.1.5. And it talks about how to express whole numbers as significant figures. What are significant figures? Let's understand significance and let's also understand figures. Significant means the importance something gets due to its usefulness. How important you are due to your usefulness in and among numbers. Sometimes some numbers are considered as important than others because they have effect on the number. An example is if you are getting 2 Ghana cedis every day and I choose to add a 0 at the back of the 2, it has increased to 20. If I add another 0, it has increased to 200. That is it. So 0 here is significant because it is having effect on the number. Today, we are going to look at the various circumstances for which we can identify numbers as significant. Let's start with our first circumstance. First of all numbers which are not 0 are significant. So, examples of those numbers will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All numbers here are significant because they are not 0. However, knowing this very well, let us try and apply it in finding how many significant figures are located in the number 234. So it is made up of 2, 3, and 4. And you can see 3 significant figures, which are 2, 3, and 4. If I ask you why, you tell me that they are not 0 or they are non-zero numbers. That doesn't mean that 0 is not significant. We have cases where 0 can be significant. So, 2. If 0 leads a number, then that number or the zeros leading that number are not significant. Example, like the example we have here, 0.0456 has only 3 significant figures because these 2 zeros standing in front of what we are seeing here are considered to be of no or significance. So if I ask how many significant figures are here, it's 4, 5, and 6, which are 3 significant figures. Don't forget that in as much as we tackle this, let's relate it to a very simple example like allowing a balloon to have effect on you or to move you or to lead you. That seems almost impossible because you cannot direct the path or you cannot follow
the way balloons move. So balloons standing in front of a number or zero standing in front of a number mean absolutely nothing. However, we must also remember that anytime zero stands at the back of non-zero digits, then that means that zero is also significant. So trailing zeros are significant if the number contains decimal point. So we can say that 236.000 has how many significant figures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that should give us 6 significant figures. You can also apply this in trying to understand the number of significant figures in 23000. How many significant figures? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have 5 significant figures. So that is what the next one is telling us. Okay, we can also try this by finding the number of significant figures in each of them and sending your answers to michaelblairschool@gmail.com. Let's finally look at how to round off two nearest significant figures given. So round off this numbers to two significant figures. So it's very simple. All we are asking is that you change the number. Let's tackle the first number, 2585878. 2585878. Two significant figures. Don't forget that this number can also be mentioned as 2,585,878, which is 2585878. Two significant figures. So all you need to do is to identify your first two significant figures. So starting from the highest place, which is the millions. So we identify our significant figures. So 2 is the first significant figure, because don't forget that 2 is a non-zero number. 5 is the next significant figure because 5 is also a non-zero number. Apart from that, don't forget we also look at the back or look at the right of 5. If the number at the right of 5 is equal to 5 or more than 5, then we add 1 to the significant figure we have been asked to stop at. So we have in this instance 5. On the right of 5 is 8. So since 8 is more than 5, then we have to add 1 to the 5 or the second significant figure, which is 5 plus 1, giving us the digits 2 and 6. And apart from that, you replace the rest with 0. So this becomes my final answer. What if we were to do for the second example, which says 500,000? So we identify the first two significant figures, which are 5 is the first and 0 is the second. Don't forget that if 0 stands at the back of a non-zero digit, it is significant. And don't forget to look at the right of that 0 here, the second. Since the number on the right is not greater than 5 or is not equal to 5, we maintain what we are seeing there. So we are also using the look 2R and 2F. to do this one. So 50, then replace all the numbers at the back with 0. We take our final example, that is 85487.00000. So our first two significant figures are 8 and 5. They are non-zero numbers, so we write them down. Then you look at the number at the right of the 5. If that number is not equal to 5, or that number is not more than 5, then you maintain. But if it is equal to 5 or more than 5, then you add 1. So we have to maintain the 5 as it is, because the number at the right, which is 4, is not equal to 5 or greater than 5. And we replace the numbers at the back with 0. So that should bring us to our final answer. You want to learn more? Yes, but don't worry. Solve the following questions and round these numbers up to 3 significant figures and send your answer to michaelblairschool@gmail.com. Let me have a look at the work and tell you the parts which you need to improve and the part which you have done extraordinary or you have done very well at. It's been Michael Blair Tasiame having you on the Michael Blair Virtual School. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like our video, comment on it, share it so that we can continue to help you academically on the Michael Blair Virtual School. Thank you.
This lesson was proudly brought to you by the Michael Blair Virtual School and the Lanjago Kali Foundation, headed by His Royal Highness now Professor Lanjago Kali II.